Growing up, I was always interested in the mental game. After years of study, I developed the Basketball Brain program. My life is devoted to helping others achieve their greatness. I hope you'll like, subscribe, and if you take a chance with the Basketball Brain program, I promise you your game's going to reach levels that you never thought possible.
What's up, Basketball Brain fans and members? Please like and subscribe, and you'll get in the zone every time you play. Going back to the old style video, I've been trying some new things, and that's the first thing I want to talk about. If you're trying to succeed and it's not working, even though you're doing all the right things, sometimes you got to switch it up. You have to adapt and try new things. I wasn't getting enough subscribers. I wasn't getting enough maybe interaction on the videos. So I tried a different style, and we'll see if that works. And if that doesn't work, we'll try something else. So if you're going for your goals, your dreams, and it's not working, make sure you're doing the right thing. And I feel like I was putting out quality content. But even if that's not working, you have to try something else. You have to be willing to adapt. So that's why in some of the new videos, there's an actual script rather than me just talking, which is what I really like to do, just sit down and talk. But those scripts don't take too long. It's kind of, it's just fun stuff. The long part is editing. The scripts take me 15 minutes to write, 15, 20 minutes to record, but oh my God, it takes a long time to edit those videos. So anyways, if it's not working for you, keep trying new things, try new tactics, try new drills. I was talking to one kid that I work with, and he's going to switch up AAU teams. The AAU team he's on isn't getting enough playing time. He wants to switch AAU teams where the coach wants him there, and he's going to get more playing time in the summer. So you have to be willing to adapt and adopt new methods to achieve whatever it is you want to achieve. Don't be afraid to switch it up. That's first, but this video is about the 3 reasons you probably won't make it. But this video is about the 3 things I see people do that tells me they're not going to make it. And this goes for any sport whatsoever. Okay, I will do this very briefly. Number 1 is they take too much time off. I'll never forget, there was a guy I played against in high school, and he went to our arch rival, and I saw him in the gym in the summer, and we were cordial. We didn't have any beef or anything. And I remember talking to him, and he said, man, I love taking you ever take 2 or 3 days off, and you know how excited you are to get back in the gym? He told me that. And in my head, I go, oh no, man, I got you. I got your number, man, because I was excited to wake up every day and play, number 1. And secondly, number 2, I couldn't imagine taking 3 days off. It goes back to that old saying. If I take 1 day off, I notice. I take 2 days off, my coach/teacher notices. If I take 3 days off, my fans start to notice. And you can take 1 day off a week. That's important. I was just watching an interview with Jorge Masvidal, if you follow MMA, and he said, look, I work out 4 to 7 hours a day, and I take 1 day off. You got to take 1 day off to recover, physically, to give yourself a little mental break, get away from it, just that 1 day. God created the world in 6 days, rested on the 7th. Good formula, you should adopt it. But when that kid told me I take 3 days off here and there, maybe twice a month he does that, I thought, no, you're not going to be able to compete with me in crunch time. You're not going to be able to compete with me because you're going to fatigue, and you're not going to have as much confidence in your shot. That same kid I was working with who's switching AAU teams, I asked him when we first started working together, how many shots a day do you shoot? He said 200-300. I said, double that. Go to 400 to 600. We talked about a month later. He said, man, shooting 400 to 600 shots a day, I'm a different player. I have so much more confidence. Coaches are noticing. Teammates are noticing. So if I see a guy who's taking too much time off, and that's most people, I know you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. And listen, follow me on my personal channel, youtube.com/Dylan Freed. That goes for life. So if you like these lessons in basketball, follow me there. I'll give you the same sort of thing, but it can apply to entrepreneurship. If you're in school, whatever, give me a follow there. Second reason I know you won't make it is that when you're actually practicing, you go half speed, you're not going game speed. I see it all the time. Guys who like to hang out in the gym. They like being at the gym. They like talking to their friends. They like bringing their boom box, putting music on, listening, going out there, but they're not working. They're just kind of shooting around, shooting some free throws, some lazy J's. They're not working on their game. They're not doing dribbling drills. They're in the weight room. they're looking at their phone, scrolling through Instagram. When I see guys who aren't going hard when they're there, problem. I've said it before, and I stole this from a self-help speaker. When you're at work, you work. When you're in the gym, you practice. That's what you're there for. It's a job. You guys all want to either play in college, play pro, make the team, or you just want to dominate your friends on the weekend. Listen, I play golf. I'm probably not going to play competitively, but when it's time to practice, I switch into that work mode. Treat basketball like a job. What you do is you throw yourself so much into the work, you start to lose yourself. And when you start to lose yourself in the work becomes play. I enjoy practice. My favorite parts of movies, I've said this a million times if you guys watch this channel, my favorite part of movies are when people go to train. Like in Batman Begins, I love when he's up in the mountain monastery training. I love that. Because I know that's why Batman kicks ass when he's out on the street fighting crime. He doesn't just show up and automatically kick ass. He's training. I love the training. Personally, I like the competition, but when I'm watching a show, I usually turn it off before they go out and compete, like in Rocky. The fights are great. I like the training montages. So when I see guys not working hard, good indication they're not going to make it. Even when I compete now with fellow academics, or when I write, I go to, maybe I'll go to Starbucks to write, and I'll look around. I know I'm in New York City. There's other writers there. They never work. Most of them don't really get in there and work on their craft. I know on my YouTube channel, most guys aren't working. It's the same thing. If you're going half speed in anything, you're probably not going to make it. Third and final reason, I could add a few more to these, but I think these are the top 3 for basketball. You play more pickup games than you practice. So number 1, let's just recap really quick. You take too much time off. You're inconsistent. Number 2, you go to work out. You're not really working out hard. You're not going game speed. You can always think work hard or go at game speed. It's kind of the same thing. I like to think game speed, right? I'm on the court, go game speed. Third is they play more pickup games than they practice. And this is fool's gold because it's fun to play in pickup games and you think you're getting better. It's important to play pickup games. I made a mistake at one point in my career. And I think my senior year in high school, I didn't play as well for a few reasons, but one of the chief reasons was I was shooting more than I was actually playing. And I didn't really put it together until after my senior year. I didn't have a horrible senior year, but I expected more out of myself. I was trying to figure out what I did wrong. And one thing I started to think about, wow, I was just shooting and I wasn't getting pickup games in anymore. And really, you have to take your practice and start honing it in pickup games. But really, the ratio, in my estimation, is about 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours of practice and an hour of pickup games. So if you're going to play an hour of pickup games, you need about 2 hours of skill work that day. And you could break that up. You can do an hour in the morning, play pickup games, and an hour after. You can do an hour in the morning, an hour at lunch, then play pickup. Or an hour and a half, then pickup. But if you start to invert that and do 3 hours of pickup games and 1 hour of skill work, you're not going to be as effective. A lot of guys do 3 hours of pickup games and 0 hours of skill work, and they wonder why they don't get better. Well, how can you get better if you're not practicing? Pickup games aren't practice. They're just not. They're ways you can start to take what you're practicing and go against good competition and start to hone it more. But when you watch James Harden and Kevin Durant and Kobe and all these guys, when they're playing in the summer, when they're playing those pickup games, they've already got 500 shots up in the morning. It's not like they're just playing pickup games. But I see that constantly in players. They think they're going to improve simply via going out there and getting runs. It won't happen. Okay? So, just to recap everything, if it's not working, keep adjusting. And the 3 reasons I see guys not make it, too much time off, they go half speed, and they play too many pickup games and not enough practice. Doesn't mean you don't play pickup games. You have to. But you need more practice than you do pickup games. This is basketballbrain.com. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Peace out.